Yo, what's up, my mans, women's, attack helicopters, and flying ostriches? Welcome back to another video. So, this is a different video. As you can see, there's bridge gameplay in the background instead of normal Bed Wars, and I know what you may be thinking. You may be thinking, oh Kuno, why is there bridge gameplay in the background? Oh, I'm going to shoot you with a stick in your arm. Well, guess what, little Jimmy, alright? That won't be necessary because this is new thing I'll do. Like, I won't do like every video, but like, you know how if you want, by the way, you can just skip ahead if you're, on my channel how you have like, oh yeah, you have this, you have that, boom, Bed Wars commentary, story time, whatever, same thing. Yeah, so this is Ranting series, as you can tell entitled. Now, I'm not going to do these much, but I will be doing them once in a while. Now, the gameplay in the background will be bridge or clash duels, I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, for the people that just skipped ahead, that are now here now, you are a absolute... Anyways, yeah, so let's get to the thing. So, about March 18th, which is when I was at my dad's house for spring break, this guy, Z, follows me on Twitter. Now, this is normal. I'm like, okay, why is he... Okay, so I'm like, okay, this is normal. People usually follow me. Then he instantly friends me. So I'm like, he probably wants a commission, as that's what a lot of people do. So I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll accept it. So at the time, me and Kunoli, we're in the VC, we're vibing, we're catching that vibe type beat, So I was vibing as I do. And he says hi, and I'm like, hello. Then he's like, what you doing right now? And I'm like, drawing. How about you? Then he was like, I was drawing, now I'm doing homework. So I'm like, alright, cool, that's probably, that's cool. That's gamer movement, gamer, yes. So, he says, lol, how old are you? And I'm like, 14, you. And I'm like, okay. So, I'm like, 14, you. And he's like, I'm 12. Please don't report. So I'm like, alright, that's cool. I literally, because I'm not the type of person that's like, hey, you're less than 14, you're less than 13, I'm gonna shoot you with a stick. He's like, I'm 12, please don't report. I'm like, alright, no worries, that's fine. Because it's like, okay, yeah, as long as he doesn't join my Discord server. Because if you don't know, if you're like younger than 13 and you join a Discord server, you put the whole server at risk of being deleted. At least that's what I've heard from a few friends of mine that own Discord servers that are pretty big, so they have to like enforce it hard. So, but if you're in DMs, I don't really care. So he's like, thanks. Are you gay, straight, or other? Now, I'm pretty confused here because that's not one of the things you say at the beginning of a conversation. But I'm straight, so I'm like, yeah, I'm straight. How about you? I guess, I don't know. Trying to continue a conversation, but I like to switch from this topic. He's like, Sam, I think, and I'm like, oh, Pong, that's cool. And then he's like, well, or bye. So I'm like, oh, that's sick, nice. And he's like, thanks, lol. And I'm like, Then he says, do you want to join my server? Now, the reason why I didn't respond to this is because I was vibing a VC with Kunoli. Now, at the time whenever he sent that, I was like, okay, Kunoli, I'm about to record a skit. Now, if you don't follow me on Twitter, at Kunoli too, I posted this, like, clip of it. Now, it's me jumping, Puna, if you want to put it on the screen. You can. It's me running up to my dad's house, jumping through the door, and skidding, like, 5 feet across my dad's house. And, yeah, that's what I did. I don't know, man. So, I wake up the next day, I'm vibing with the homie, Kunoli, and I'm like, alright, cool. I'm vibing. So, I was vibing, right, with Tuno, and he's playing with, like, Bedless Noobs texture pack, I don't know, man. And he messaged me, so I'm like, oh, okay, I'll respond. So, he's like, hi, Kunoli, and I'm like, hi. And he's like, are you a boy? And I'm like, yeah. I'm a bit confused, because, like, that's in my bio, but like, okay, sure. So he's like, oh, me too. And I'm like, Pog, face reveal. No, I don't really know how to respond to that. So I'm like, what? Because how you respond to that? It's like, whoa. I don't know how to respond to that, so I just don't respond. And the next day, he says, hi, Kunoli, like if he's right outside my house about to break in, pull like a knife to my head and say, you stole my cottage cheese. Now I'm like, hey, Yeah. So at this time, I'm back at my mom's house. Spring break over. I'm gone. Peace. Nene Kerfunkel. I'm back at my mom's house in a VC with Apden, Kunoli, Zanoli, Kunoli. I think Carrick was there. Yeah, Carrick was there. Yeah, Carrick was there. So I'm screen sharing, right? I'm screen sharing Minecraft, and this guy's like, "Hi, Kunoli." I'm like, "Hey." And then he's like, "Smile, I saw you sleep last night. Haha, haha, I'm such a comedian. Haha, haha, I'm gonna stab you and your family." Woo, he didn't say that. He only said, "I saw you sleep last night." So, I'm like, "This is weird, dude." So I show Carrick, and he's like, "What the heck? What?" I do O.O a lot. Now that O.O, let's say like the sound of it's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so whenever you see me do that O.O thing, think of me being like, woo! So, he's really happy about this. He's like, oh yeah, dude, I saw you sleep, bro. I'm like, why? As Carrick told me to do. I'm like, why? Because after the guy said he saw me sleep, he sends me a gif of this dude doing the thing, like the thing. Not like, the funny. He's doing the yucky to the fan. So he's like, you were doing this, haha, happy face. I'm a freak that lives in my mom's basement, haha. And this is where I get weird vibes. So I said, why? His character told me to do. And he says, what do you mean? I'm like, I've never done that. And he's like, sure. Which I haven't. I really haven't. That's weird. So he's like, huh? You have 3 YouTube channels? Question mark. ... Now, normally I respond to messages. Like if a fan messages me or a friend messages me, I always respond to them. And whenever a fan messages me and saying I inspire them and stuff, that makes my day, dude. That I genuinely become so happy whenever you guys tell me that I make your day, you guys inspire me, things like that. It's heartwarming and I love it. It's so cool. So, and I'm just vibing as you do, and I see him and he's like, yeah, what about it? And he's like, ... nothing, why? And I'm like, dude, you're acting so shady. He's like, oh yeah, I did. Lies. What do you mean, my guy? I'm very confused, and he's like, you showed your face, and I'm like, yeah, and he's like, woo! So that means that this guy's looking through my Discord profile, and he's like, oi, you have a channel here, you have a channel here. He's like those little disguised spies. They're like, okay, red line, boom, red line, boom, red line, boom, 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 you know? Like they get the string, they're connected to pictures, and they're like, you were here at this time, you killed Miss Johnson. Except I didn't kill Miss Johnson. So, this he sends a gif of this guy raising his, like, globe head, a disco ball, like, party in the penthouse thing. So, I'm like, what? And he's like, what? And I'm like, okay. And then he's like, what? So, the next day, he's like, I saw you sleep last night. Which is weird, alright? It's weird, it's freaky, it's strange, you don't do this. So, he's like, so I'm like, question mark, because how do you respond to that? My guy just said that he saw me sleep last night. That's kinda sussy. So I'm like, question mark, and he's like, yeah, I did. So, he's smiling, he's like, oh yes, I am a freak that lives in your basement, yeah. And I'm like, why? And then he sends another gift saying, you were doing this. This guy, like, raising his pants, sticking his hand in, like, the front hole of his pants. And it's like a gif. All media this guy sends is a gif. So, think about the images, right? So, I'm like, I was playing with my friends. And in fact, at the time he was messaging me this, the next day, the day of that he's talking about, dude, I was literally streaming on Twitch. You know, I'm pretty sure it was the day that Turtles raided me. So it's like, dude, you're a freak, you're a weirdo, please stop, dude. I don't like it, please. So, I was streaming on Twitch. And he's like, doing that with people? You were streaming! And then he says the P word, the very, very shady thing. So, I'm like, I was playing Minecraft, you bimbling buffoon. What? And then he's like, yeah, you were it on Twitch. I caught you. Get wrecked, idiot. And I'm like, I wasn't. They're like, yes, you were. And I'm out here freaking out because I'm like, dude, you're a psychopath. Then he says, huh? It was a joke. Sensitive? Like, what do you mean, dude? What are you on about? What do you mean, am I sensitive? How is that an answer to that? What do you mean? So I'm like, it's one thing if it's a joke, dude, but it's another when you do things like that. So it's like, sure. So, this was on March 22nd, alright? We don't talk for another 5 days. March 27th, he sends, let me count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 gifts, alright? 5, Kunoli bleep it out, 5 pornography gifts. Now this is disgusting, alright? I can't even show this I can't show this, but, let me describe it, but not really. He sends 5 gifts of naked girls doing the thing, and it is absolutely disgusting. Under no circumstance you should ever do this, and I hope none of you have to deal with this in your life, alright? This is disgusting, and under no circumstance anyone should have to go through this. And I'm sure this happens to a lot of other people that get pretty popular, because after this situation, I know as bad as people think Pokemon and them are, I now understand what she has to go through constantly. Because she probably gets messages like these, but way worse on a daily basis. It's honestly disgusting, and I hate the community for that. Now, I'm not saying that everyone is bad like this, but I'm saying that a handful of the community of, like, today is disgusting. And there's people like this that should not be allowed to have any access to anyone else. Because I told this guy to stop, and 5 days later, he sent this. And then I told a bunch of my friends, and what he was doing is telling other people, oh, my sister went onto my account, and she sent all that. Now I can tell this is a blatant lie, because this is 5 days after we messaged. So that means that she'd have to scroll to find my account directly and send it and pull up the gifts, which is disgusting and it's a lie. And it honestly had me out of the mood to record or do anything. I was just in shock. You can ask people that were commissioning me. I told them, dude, I'm sorry, but you have to wait. I can't handle this. I'm gonna have to take like a break. I went on hiatus for like a week or so. It was disgusting. So, but I'll just end it here, and I'll probably record another video soon. But yeah, to end it off, please guys, don't do anything like this. If you see this guy, don't interact. Instantly block him, because this is disgusting. I'm pretty sure he deleted his account. I told staff in Rambu server, which he was mutual service with. I told them about it. They were super cool about it. They took care of it. They're amazing, so big shout out to them. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.